What's going on, everybody? Cable Guy Ken coming to you today. A little bit different video, a little bit something I hadn't done yet. This is the first one, really. Well, second one, but we'll call it the first one for what I'm doing. Many of y'all that know me, you've watched enough of my videos, seen posts on Facebook, stuff like that. You know that I'm part of the National Pathfinder Youth Organization, which is an organization started by Dave Canterbury to help pass on the tribal knowledge that we take for granted every day to the children that are going to be the people taking care of us in our near futures. You know, I've got a 20-year-old son, just turned 20 today, got one that's 16, and I've got one in there now that's almost a year old. And if I'm not teaching these kids any of the skills that I know whatsoever, then they're lost. You know, my family name is not the only thing I should be passing on. I know a lot of you say, well, you know, I wished I had kids. I don't have any kids. I'm single, or we tried, we never had kids. I wish there was a kid I could help in some way. Well, people, there is. And what I'm talking about today is the National Pathfinder Youth Organization is a 100% non-profit organization is what I'm trying to say here. We don't have money coming in from the government and everybody else. You know, I'm not knocking the Boy Scouts of America, but the Boy Scouts of America does get some funding from the government. They're not a non-profit organization. They have people that work for them that draw very nice salaries in the higher up levels, you know, the chain of command, like the board of directors. The National Pathfinder Youth Organization, I am on the board of directors. I'm on the officers board. I don't get paid for none of this, y'all. I mean, anything I do with them, the hours of meetings that we have when we have meetings, well, we have video conferences and voice conferences discussing agenda and such, none of that. We all volunteer our time for that. And think about the 3-hour call we had. The last one was 3 hours. Now think about taking 3 hours out of your day. What would that cost you if you had to leave work to do that and that kind of thing? I mean, we do this for free because we want to pass it on to the children. But it's not free. We have to buy gear. We provide the children with the gear that they need while they're training with us. The 10-piece kits with the pack and everything cost well over $100. You know, I've done videos on that for y'all in the past. There was a write-up in the Self-Reliance Illustrated. But what we need is every now and then we do little raffles. We did one at the gathering a couple of times. We've had auctions for gear and stuff, and people literally just dropped me to my knees in tears with the generosity that poured from their hearts towards these kids. And that is probably the softest spot in my body. If you start asking me about Dave or the kids, that's where it hits me, because that's, you know, that's our life, that's our passion, that's what we're here for. So what I want to talk to you today, Blind Horse Knives has donated a Frontier First to us. I'll try to list some specs down in the bottom, but it's about a 2 3/4 inch blade, about 6.5 inch overall, natural micarta polished handles, and I'll come in for a close-up for you here in a minute. Many of you that know Blind Horse Knives already know what the Frontier First is. It's a smaller knife, but it's a very versatile, just all-around good knife in the camp. Great for doing little whittling, paring, you know, cutting up fruit, stuff like that. It's a good, heavy, thick blade. It's not a little flimsy, little pansy blade. It comes with a nice leather drop-in sheath that you could wear on a hip, or like the one my wife has. I bought her one. She wears it around her neck on just a little leather lanyard, and it's real easy for her to just reach in there and grab it. But it rides deep enough in the sheath that you don't have to worry about it just bouncing out if you're, you know, running around and stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to auction this off. Now, due to shipping restrictions and all, especially since I'll be the one shipping it, getting it overseas might cause a problem. So I'm going to have to limit this just to the United States for right now. If I hear anything back from LT, and I'll check with him as far as shipping the knife overseas, if I hear anything back from him saying that it's okay to ship this, then I'll open it up for overseas, and you know, I'll get it out to you if that's allowable. What we're going to do is, today is Sunday the 11th. I'm going to let it run until this coming Sunday, which would be the 20th, I think. 18th, 19th, 20th, whatever, this coming Sunday. And I could look at my phone real quick and probably tell you on a calendar here. Okay, so it'd be the 18th, yeah. Alright. So, you have until the 18th to get your bids in. Leave your bid in a comment right here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if I get people emailing me, then every email I get, I have to come back and make a video saying, well, somebody bid 20 bucks. And somebody said, oh, well, I only bid 19. Now I've got to go bid 21. So to make it easier on me and on y'all, down here, post your bid for the knife. Next Sunday I will do a video announcing who the winning bid was, and I'll get in contact with them or give them a chance to get in contact with me as far as shipping address, payment information for how we're going to do the transaction. I can do PayPal, which would probably be the easiest way. If you don't have PayPal, you can, we'll figure out something. We'll work something out so that, we can get it taken care of. Check, money order, what have you kind of deal. And we'll work out as far as shipping it to you and getting you a tax receipt if you choose to desire one for your taxes, because it is a charitable donation since we're a non-profit organization. So as soon as you hear me say go, I just did, didn't I? Start putting some bids down here in the bottom, folks. Spread the word. I'm going to post this video on a few pages, including the underground forum, and I'm going to tell you, those guys are ferocious about their blind horse knives. So keep checking. Don't put a bid in and say, well, I bid $120. Ain't nobody going to pay that for that knife. Oh, that was a good bid. And it is a good bid. But there's people on the underground page that they be like, well, I want that knife. They'll bid. So keep watching down here. Keep bringing them bennies up, because every penny of it's going to go straight back to the Pathfinder youth to provide them with gear, money for trips, resources, everything we need to keep this going so we can keep training these kids, teaching them in the way that we'd have them go. And like the Bible says, if you teach them in the way you'd have them go, they will not stray from it. So, it's all just for an absolutely great, amazing cause. I look forward to seeing your bids. Leave me comments if you want to. And as soon as I find out from LT whether or not we can ship this overseas, I will amend this video and announce it open to y'all. Until then, y'all, I'm working on something for you guys, alright? Peace out. Much love. Cable Guy Ken will